Hello and welcome, everybody, to Inkwell Society live at Gen Con 51. Tonight's special episode of Inkwell Society, a dark arcana noir based in the small, very tiny Eberron town of Sharn. I think it's actually called a metropolis. I get those confused all the time. Will be taking place right here in front of your very eyes, well, in your very screens. And we have our very incredible cast, and I really enjoy role-playing with these guys, and anybody that's been watching the series knows that we just dig into the role-play hard because they started at level 0. For anybody who doesn't know what that means they had 4 hit points to begin with. We keep it real low, real tight. They also are not very proficient at not very many things. And they have no magic to rely on. For anybody who doesn't have any information about Eberron, number 1, it was just released on the DM's Guild. Go ahead and pick that up, because, yeah, right, it was a lot of fun. Yeah, thank you. Keith Baker and I got that thing put out, I think, last week, and it's already topped the sales charts for the DM's Guild. So apparently some people like it. That's good. I like that. But as we were putting that together, we talked a lot about the theme and the feel, and it's very dark, it's very low, but it's wide magic, not high magic, right? Faerun is basically high magic. There's level 20 people running around everywhere, but there's low magic, and it's very wide, and what that means is that our players are essentially actually special. When somebody gets special powers and they get a level of anything, they're very special, and what that means about ours being zeros is they are zeros. But there's nobody to come up and clean up after them if they mess things up, if they end up breaking the world. There's no Elminster to come get them, and the gods don't really hang out very much. As a matter of fact, nobody's even really sure if they exist. There's a lot of debate in it. And one person who, if you've watched the series, you know, starts to have some clerical leanings and not in a paperwork way, is Harmatio, who is played by B. Dave Walters. Yeah! Ooh, 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 ooh.
Blessings upon your family.
Blessings upon your family. B. Dave, why don't you tell us a teensy-weensy bit about Harmatio?
Harmatio Forelsket of Onder is, fancies himself a master detective, but I don't know how much I've detected. Basically, his life is dedicated to the service of his darling Rose and making her life in Sharn as comfortable as possible to, shall we say, mixed success.
Yeah, mixed success is pretty accurate. And you'll get to meet Rose here in a minute. However, before we do that, we get to meet his, I don't want to say very creepy, but is quasi-creepy enough?
But adorably creepy, like
adorably
cuddly
creepy.
Like,
he's so creepy you want to hug him.
Yeah.
Laucian, played by Kyle Vogt, who you may recognize as Kyle Vogt in Inkwell Society playing Laucian.
Hi.
Laucian, are you feeling up to saying a few words?
Oh, sure, a few words.
That's that. That's all you get. That beloved angel that Harmatio was talking about a few moments ago is played by none other than Satine Phoenix. And that is the wonderful character of Rose. Why don't you come have a seat, Rose?
Hi, Rose.
Oh, hi.
Hello, my darling.
Oh, Harmatio.
What's a little bit about Rose?
Well, she is from Onder, and now she lives in Sharn because, well, there was that thing that had happened, and now we're in this poo-poo place, and I hate it, but we gotta live here, so whatever. I make the best of it. I'm a singer, and I make the songs, and it's very nice.
That part's nice? The rest of it's poo-poo?
Yeah, the rest of it's poo-poo.
Okay. But at least you have your constant companion, Harmatio.
He is very reliable, and I love that. That's very nice. And he is strong. That's very true.
Quite true.
You get a big old 10 on the strong scale, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And you have your reliable...
He's creepy.
Okay. Reliably creepy.
Yeah, he's from the other elf place.
And then you have your spicy boy, yeah?
I do.
You have a spicy boy.
Yes.
Whose name is Felix.
That's true.
And he is played by Kai Norman. Welcome to the stage whenever you get here.
Mistaken?
Oh, that's for you. I was saving it.
Oh.
And Mr. Felix, do you want to tell anybody a little bit about you or your past or your future or what's
I
going on?
mean, I feel like a lot of people already know that he used to be a member of an important house, and there are some circumstances that have caused him to leave that and start pursuing his life of successful gambling. Successful.
Right.
Yeah.
Mixed success.
Yeah.
Right. So we have essentially a fixer from Ondair, at least somebody who fancies himself a fixer, somebody who can take care of problems, should you say. We have a coroner. And we have a former debutante kind of elf from Ondair as well.
I'm still a debutante.
Still holding on to the dream.
That's true.
And we have a also former debutante. What do they call a male debutante?
Debutante.
Debut?
I don't know. That's
Male
up to, I was waiting
Male
for
debutante?
some
Nobleman?
a nobleman. He's less of a nobleman than he is one of the dragon-marked house scions. Sadly, though, as most well-bred, well-off individuals, he's disappointed his family quite a bit, and now lives down in the deep bowels of Sharn. So, for those of you who don't know anything about Sharn, like I said, it is a super tiny metropolis, meaning massive, big space, itty bitty bitty land space, but built up high, because there is a manifest zone underneath it, and a lot of this is going to sound just like random jargon, I think, to people who don't know Eberron, but essentially, the city can be built upwards because there is a manifest zone which creates a little bit of an open air area there to another portal, or another plane. And from that plane, it's able to draw power. The power from that plane is actually the plane that increases magic and what the magic does in that area. So with some very low-level levitation spells, you're able to build almost entirely upwards, despite physics not necessarily working appropriately. However, just outside the borders of the city, that really starts to fall away very quickly. So we've got this beautiful shining city of towers, and then basically, at best, a hilly countryside leading out across a very flat river and out into the ocean, etc. So I think that where we will begin.
Leroy Jenkins.
Okay, apparently we're going to Molten Core. So where we're going to begin here is settling down through the darkness of the night, coming down past all the different towers, seeing that last few rays of sunlight coming off the sunset, refracting across stained glass windows and broken, shattered dreams of those of you who are unfortunate enough to live in the underbelly of Sharn. For those of you at home, I would think about like maybe a Gotham City in a way. As the rain starts to come down over the clouds, starting to obscure the moon and the shape of it, turning it into some amount of a very sad face. The rain pitter-patters down through the different levels. By the time it reaches you, you can't quite be sure if it's rain or maybe mixed with some detergent or worse, some sort of excrement. And yet, it continues down past this lower level into the grates, and with the great cogs and forges underneath the city, sending steam back up over the darkness. At this point, we're going to be backtracking a little bit from where our story left off in episode 12, and we're going to be somewhere in the middle of the season. I'm not going to tell you exactly where yet, but you are still level 0. So those wonderful first levels that you worked so hard to achieve, go ahead and drop that character sheet. However, the good thing here means that you have some amount of plot armor. I don't really want to retcon 6 levels, but it's definitely not beyond me to have 5 of you hallucinating for the rest of the season. Until I figure out how to get rid of that other person. So, as you guys make your way down, it's getting to be late. You know that your shift is going to be starting soon at the Old Dominion. Except for the fact that in recent days, a sign had fallen, crushing proprietor and owner by the name of Latch, and leaving you all in the middle of a mystery, a whodunit, if you will, as the one major clue that stuck out to you was a small girl standing at the end of the alley with a wrench and grease smudges.
I hate her.
You hate her.
Hate
That was
everything.
quick. I feel like you've been harboring that for a few episodes.
Yes.
So, as you all have found that, you ended up digging through the office, finding a couple of vials of a concoction known as Dream Lily. Laucian, what is Dream Lily exactly?
Oh, it's this nice magical thing that lets you dream. You can use it for all kinds of things, usually like pain control or some nice religious things so you can actually step outside your body and see some cool things. And,
Okay.
Yeah.
And what do you think about it?
Sleep's really kind of cool. It's like almost right there next to death, and elves don't sleep, so I haven't ever really slept. But it's really kind of nice when you get in there and you can start talking about the fact that you're going to another dimension, and you've got these guys over there from this other island that live in this other dimension, that come over here. And I don't know whether they're actually there or
Laucian,
not.
you're babbling.
We sleep every night, my friend, and I mean, it is nice, but I don't understand the appeal of the
But
Dream Lily.
it's almost like death.
You know, that maybe you want to learn how to explain this without sounding weird. Could you sound like a creepy, extra creepy when you say it like this?
Oh.
Maybe you just pick a couple of ways to say it and then you stop.
It is very relaxing, maybe say these things.
What?
So all of this is taking place in one of your usual meetings that you typically tend to have inside your apartment. For those of you who don't know, the Wicked Lon is the apartment complex, and it's really more of like I guess it's a tenement building of like in the ghetto.
The ghetto. We're in the ghetto.
Yeah, you're in the ghetto. And in this little apartment, you just seem to find out that you all actually live in the same one. And so then you started to congregate in, I'm assuming that your apartment is kind of like the friend's apartment.
Yes, because we have chairs.
More space, and it
Lots
is
of
the less
space.
the things in the bottles, like in the Laucian house.
And a working door.
You've never
A
been in my
working
And a working door, because yours got kicked in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
clean.
And it's clean.
That's important.
Why don't you describe to us what your apartment looks like?
Our apartment, because we share, it's a beautiful place. I try to make it as nice as possible, right? So inside is an open area, and there is a nook for a bed. That's my bed. And it's separated by a curtain. And then he has an easy chair, at the easy boy chair.
Yes,
I-
easy boy. It's very different than the other kind of boy chair. Yes. Yes.
It's a very comfortable one. There's patches, but I let him take care of that one. I made him a little quilt, and that was nice. But we have the curtains, and it's not very pretty because we can't afford anything. It's it's a very icky. But I painted on it, and then we have I make origami roses, and I decorate the place
What do you put the roses in?
in a vase.
In a what?
In a vase, it's a flower vase. Why do you look at me like that?
That
I don't
is-
understand.
That's the word. That is how we say this thing.
That's
yes.
how you say it. But we have chairs, and we actually are very sophisticated, and we have a table.
Yes. Perhaps we could get Grizz to help make the more chairs. I've seen in his place. He's very good with the wood. He's like
Oh, he's
breaking
not
it
good.
together. Yes, simple.
It's not good with wood.
No.
Okay, so while you guys are having your typical conversation, and noticing obviously that both Grizz and Zalen seem to be maybe out on some sort of reconnaissance or something like that for the group, you hear a knock. Apparently an aluminum knock on your wooden door.
Nothing makes sense in the city. It's fine. Yes, right. Yeah.
Very hollow.
That's a mage hand sounds like.
Maybe it is.
Yeah.
And what you hear there is shortly followed by a heavy wheezing.
Yeah. Do I recognize it as the landlord's wheezing?
You
She's
do.
very distinct. Oh.
Oh, good, because I grab
No.
I grab him and then I grab him and put him in front of the door.
Yes. Unfortunately, Grizz is not here. That is
open.
yeah, Felix, if you would, you can get the door. This is fine. Yes, thank you.
Do you allow yourself to be put in front of the door, or do we need to grapple you?
Nope. That didn't go well last time. I'll follow along and open the door.
Okay, so you move over to the door, you go to open it, you see the pale orange, kind of leathery skin and sagging jaws of a portly looking hobgoblin. And you very quickly recognize her as Geisha Hammer. Oh, hi, Felix. You
How can-
certainly are looking spicy today.
Hi, Geisha.
Thank you, I think.
You
How
don't
can
even
we?
break a sweat doing it.
Hi,
Oh,
Geisha.
hi, Lossian. How are you?
Oh,
I
I'm
hide,
all right.
I hide behind Harmatio.
Oh, Homatio. I see you don't have a boot in your mouth.
It is still early in the night, Geisha. There's still time, eh?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Why would she say that? That's weird.
Is that Rose I hear back there?
Yes.
Hey, Rose.
Hello.
I'm glad there's so many of you, because I have a favor to ask.
A favor?
Yes.
What kind of favor?
Well, I have two, actually. Number one, do you know if Grizz has noticed me yet? I keep putting bowls of milk out front of his door. And I come back and it's empty. But I don't know if he's actually the one drinking it.
I promise you, it's a slow burn. Keep going. You're doing great.
Yes.
His little shifted chin with the little scruffiness on there is just so cute.
I've seen him drink from the saucer. He gets milk stuck in it and everything. It's adorable.
True. You know, I think if anything, perhaps maybe you have been too subtle. For a man that burns with the flame of Grizz, perhaps you just go straight at him.
Straight at you want me to throw milk at him?
Yes.
Yes.
The shifter people, they have many odd rituals to show affection. I think the milk throwing is an ancestral thing, yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where did you read this somewhere, Hamatio?
He told it, he said it, he told it to me that is a thing he enjoys. But don't tell him I told you, it's a secret thing.
Does
yeah?
that have a I think that's called like sploshing or something.
Yes, 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 yes.
Go for it.
Go for okay.
Yes.
Well, if you insist, I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Absolutely.
Absolutely not. No.
Milk is expensive though.
Oh.
Unless it's like I do have cats. I suppose I can milk the cats.
No.
Yeah.
Yes,
Sounds like a good
yes,
idea.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Is
Absolutely.
any of you familiar with handling cats? I could possibly persuade you to help.
Nope.
That is not the second favor, is it? Because I do not do the cat milking. No, I don't.
I mean, it was going to become a third favor, but
Maybe number two first, yes.
Lothian.
Oh, when I handle cats, they're usually not moving anymore.
You do not want to milk those cats after. No.
That's fair, I suppose. So anyway, what I do have is I have a new tenant who's moving into the 6th floor. Now, normally, you wouldn't be allowed to go up that high, you know. But he needs some assistance because he's in a wheelchair. He can't really do any of the other stuff, and it's you know, a bit unnerving. He doesn't have a whole lot, but I'm busy with my cats.
It's an easy thing. We just carry some furniture. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, it's like boxes and stuff.
Oh, I don't see a problem.
Yes, we will. Unfortunately, Grays and Zaylen, they're very strong, but they're not here. But yes, we will do our best. Sure.
I was hoping they would be, but unfortunately, it's just you.
Unfortunately, yes.
I think
But-
I have to go to work.
Already?
Maybe.
I don't think it'll take you that long.
No.
No.
A favor for you, it would behoove us all, Lucien,
Yeah,
to
Lucien.
be in her good graces.
Well, I was thinking that because the man can't do it himself, I would offer a little bit of a collateral.
Oh, how much?
What, about a month's worth of rent for one of yous, or maybe split between yous?
Done. Yes.
Very good. Follow me.
How hard could it be?
No, I see no negative repercussions whatsoever.
She turns around and starts to waddle out of the apartment down the hall. Yeah, whenever you're ready.
Oh, she means right now.
Oh, like now? No, yes, sure, yes, why not?
Felix?
Yeah, we'll make sure we finish in time for you to get to work. Yes, no problem, Lucien. Yes, come.
I had to go to work too, so,
Yeah,
well, kind of.
a little
Yeah.
bit, yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go, sure, yeah.
I still hide behind her.
It'll be
Mattia.
fun.
So as you make your way downstairs, you can see that she's standing there at the door down just before you hit the stoop, and she's just kind of like staring down the road. There's nothing else going on in the street. The sun is starting to come down. There is rain. It's kind of like starting to pitter off on the side, and she's standing just under the awning to the Wicked Lon and just kind of staring. It's nippy tonight.
Are they invisible?
Yep.
Okay, where are we going? Where are we taking the thing?
Yes,
Well, it's not here yet. It seems that the cart is having some issues.
Oh, now we gotta help the cart. Of course it's not Hayes.
yeah, do not volunteer for anything, my darling. Yeah.
You're the one who volunteered.
No, I volunteered to move the furniture up into the 6th floor and not to go in and find the lift and then I help
Technically,
the
we
cart.
volunteered
And
to help so that we can help our rent.
Right.
Did you want us to go help further?
Oh, would you be a darling and
Oh,
please go? I mean, you wanted to get this done before you had your shifts tonight, yes?
Who are we supposed to meet?
Oh, his name is Belizio.
Ah, Belizio.
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 Cleaves.
Okay.
And what manner of person is this Belizio? Is he a human person or the hobgoblin, like the beautiful yourself, or how will we know him?
I didn't know we were differentiating between people these days.
If I need to locate a person, it is good to know,
There's a big cart broken down over there. He's probably there in the wheelchair.
Oh, he's driving the cart?
No.
Oh.
Okay, we'll go down there. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sweetheart.
I grab Felix and Armantio. Lucien, come on. Okay, guys, I don't think it's not gonna be as easy. Things are never easy for us.
No, and we have to repair a cart, and Gris is not here. I told you he is good with the wood. Yes, I say these things.
Why am I so scared about helping somebody?
Because it is always gone terribly for us. That is why. Yes, but let's go. Let's go.
I help you guys all the time.
Yes.
Oh, it
and
does go pretty badly.
It's true, but thank you for. That's why you're helping now. You keep us very safe. Yes, let us go
Rose,
to this.
why did you even leave?
What?
Well, you're here now. You hate this place. Why did you leave?
I had so many reasons. Mostly is because they said I cannot stay.
Perhaps, Felix, she is here and not home for the same reason that you are here and not home.
Yeah, what about that? Why are you here, Mr. Fancy?
Never mind.
Oh, now you want to change the subject?
Yeah, there's a cart over there. We've got to go move it.
Okay. Perhaps your range check this conversation.
As you check the rain pittering down over your faces, muting your hair, matting it across your ears, getting sticky, and all the heat coming up from the steam from the cogs below, you make your way over to the cart. You do see a man there in a wheelchair. You see another kind of like a bulky female, looks maybe half elf-ish, down on one knee trying to repair a wagon wheel right there in the middle of the cobblestones, and you just hear her just like cursing. Oh, street is freaking in the street with the cobbles and the bing and the black and the poof and the blah.
Scusi.
You see him spin around in the wheelchair and put his hands up like a judo.
Geisha from the Wicked Lon. She sent us to assist you with your moving.
All right. Sounds good. I'm Bellagio.
Harmatio Ferelskete von der.
Oh, right. Whatever that was. Harmatio. Great. So the rest of you are here to help me as well? Mm-hmm. All right.
What sort of help do you need right now?
Well, my leg's broken. Hence the chair. So moving some boxes and stuff. But right now, I've got a broken wheel. And if it were on my chair, I could just get helped up into the wagon, but it's not. And my friend here is having some issues. So maybe, is any of you good at fixing wheels or carrying so we can carry it the whole way if you want, or maybe somebody can lift this part of it while the horse drags it and we can keep moving.
This is the job for our friends.
Yes, this is like the worst possible time for this, yes.
Do you want me to look at your leg?
It's quite broken.
Oh. Have they fixed it yet?
I think so.
Okay. I guess we could pick up the cart.
Roughly how far from the Wicked Lon is this, like
30, 40 feet.
Oh, is it close, huh? Oh, I take a look at what's in the cart. Like, roughly how heavy does this stuff look? Is it like couches and fridges, or is it really like boxes?
It looks like mostly boxes. They're crates. They're like bad now. And you can't really get a very good estimate of the weight of it, except for you do see nestled into the back with your incredibly keen perception because of your feat that you took as a human. You do notice a large piano all the way towards the front of the wagon.
I would like to pick up the smallest box.
Okay.
Okay, let's go. It's easy. It's only very close and 6 floors. Boonk.
You pick up. The fastest. You just quickly locate what looks like a hat box. Beep. Mm-hmm. And you just pick it up and you start.
Okay, guys, let's go.
Yes, I point out that I'm like, there are seemingly very heavy objects in the cart. I do not think we could move it with the broken wheel. I think we have to do as my darling is doing.
Carry it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
I'm open to the suggestions, but yes, that is what it looked like it is.
I'd like to look at the wheel and see if it's something that we could potentially jury rig together.
It looks like it possibly could be. Mm-hmm. The options appear to you at the moment to be jury rigging, as you say.
Yep.
Possibly finding a replacement, or maybe lifting this one and helping move it in that fashion as you pick this up and hold it and kind of pull it along the way. Mm-hmm. But while we're deliberating on this, Rose, why don't you make me a perception check?
Okay. Oh. Okay. Hello, D&D Beyond. Okay, that should be. Oh my goodness. Oh, that is a 15.
A 15. Oh my! I thought that it said a 17 on your die for a second. I was like, what? You had -2? Okay, so with a 15. As you've picked up the box and you're listening to them debate, you kind of get this like little feeling like running up and down your spine. As you look back, you notice in the alleyway, somewhere in the neighborhood of like 16, there seems to be a ruffian, perhaps a homeless child, watching intently. He seems to have something in one hand, pressing it against his other palm, and just watching.
Darling, could you help me with this little box?
Yes.
I put it in your hand. Yeah. There's one of those jerk kids on the alley, and he's doing a thing. I think he has a weapon. He looks so dangerous. I hate those kids.
Yes, they've not been good to us, no.
But maybe if we all, like, I don't know, maybe you could look. I don't want to, remember last time? Grace got stabbed.
I would like to #act natural and just see if I clock the kid or any others.
Okay, give me a deception check.
New dice, go. That's a 1.
No.
As you turn, you blunder a little bit directly into her. The box goes poof up into the air. The hat comes out, knocking the lid across the way. You see Belizio stretching out, trying to save his favorite bowler, flipping through the air. And in the process, you bump into Rose, who starts to backpedal directly into the path of the wheelchair. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Man. Oh, thank you. Average roll. Hold on a second. Let me get back to my thing. Sorry. Okay, that was a dexterity saving throw. That's a 16.
A 16, so you managed to readjust and stumble just out of the way. And now, if you would like to reach out and grab the hat like it looked like you were trying to,
Yes.
give me a sleight of hand check. As so you've bumped into her, you're starting to stumble off across the side.
That's a 5.
It's a 5?
Yes.
You don't catch it. It hits the ground in the water, and you just hear him go,
I am so sorry. I'm sorry. Grab it. I'm like, ah.
and he just kind of stares at you in shocked horror for a few seconds.
Sorry.
As you start to tumble towards a certain spicy gentleman who is not paying attention.
I am very large. It happens. I'm sorry.
Great.
You can make me a perception check.
Yeah, I'm great at those. 5.
5. So,
So
as
bad at everything.
you notice, B-Dave, or Armatio, as you notice that Spicy Boy does not notice you barreling towards him, you can be the one to make a dexterity saving throw to try to avoid him.
That is a 10.
A 10.
50-50, huh?
Fair enough. Hard thing about D4s is just picking them up.
Well, especially when they're like 2 millimeters.
Teeny tiny.
You careen directly into a spicy heap on the floor. Spicy Boy, why don't you roll me 1d4?
Great.
Death from
Wait,
squashing.
if I die.
Oh my God.
4.
It's like an unintentional.
B-Dave rolls, Armatio rolls across, bounces off Rose, tries to reconnect, spinning just enough to get out of the way of the wheelchair, but not able to reconnect in time. He slams into Felix, whose head hits
The wheel.
the wagon
Oh my God.
Great.
and falls down into a crumpled heap, sprawled out underneath Armatio. Yes, sir.
I just jump up and I say, "That's right, thief!" And I yell it as loud as I possibly can.
Okay. This is you're making a display here. I think this is going to be performance.
Something good's gonna come from this. 12.
12. Okay, so that's right, thief. And then your head just slowly pulls one of those. As you look over at the kid, and he's just kind of like, and then he just smiles. The feeling you get is that he thinks this might be easier than I thought.
It's not
I'm
wrong.
gonna go tend to the concussion.
You go and give me a medicine check.
Am I even conscious right now?
Yes, you are unconscious right now.
Great.
I would like to Belizio.
Belizio.
Belizio. I'm so sorry. And I just kind of throw the hat at him and then
It
run
hits him
over.
in the thing.
I'm so sorry. Oh, Felix. Armatio? Lousy, is he going to be okay?
I got a 19.
A 19. You wave some smelling salts under his nose, and you hear him go, and you know that if he does have a concussion, it's something that you'll see side effects of way later on, like, I don't know, episode 13. And
Sleep well, my friend. Yes.
I think he's gonna live.
roll me another d4.
1.
So you're out for a little bit here while they start to concoct a plan on how to get the stuff back there. The next time you look back up, though, you notice that the gentleman from the alley is no longer there.
Okay, so I'm sure it's all gonna be okay.
Yeah, the last we've seen of that guy, yeah, sure.
Well, Armando, we gotta take him and make him okay. Sir, I am so sorry, but we must make sure our friend is okay, and then we can help you move in.
But we're in the rain, all my stuff.
I pick up the hat or the hat box without the hat. You can put the hat in. I'll take it inside.
Picks up the hat and he's just like, well, okay. What about the other stuff? If the piano stays out here, it's gonna get.
Well, if you just sit here and guard it, and when we come back, and we'll take it all in.
I'm not worried about it being stolen. I'm worried about it being waterlogged.
Well, how come you don't have a cover?
There is a cover. It can only hold off the rain for so long.
Okay. Well, I don't know what to do. What do we do?
Was he the smart one?
No, Armatio is a smart one.
Was he the strong one?
No, Armatio is also big and strong.
Then why are we worried? Like, just pick it up and let's go.
Darling.
We only need to go 30 or 40 feet.
Sir, there's a lot of pressure
Is
right
there?
now.
We can try to do the carry thing, yes. But question.
Yeah.
No, question for the,
Oh.
the glorious powers of the universe that
Right.
you represent. Temporally, have I run afoul of the bowler head people already? Like when I see the bowler head, am I like or is this just a hat to me at this exact moment?
Let's see, this would precedence. You have not run afoul of anybody. I don't even think you've run afoul per se in the current setting of the thing, but you would recognize this is the same type of bowler hat that a certain gnome muscle
Right.
tends to wear.
Right. Yes, my friends, I think would behoove us to do our best on this. We should at least try to move the cart.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. Perhaps together we could do it.
If
Okay.
you want to put the pale one in the cart, you're welcome to.
What's gonna make it heavy? That doesn't make any sense.
I don't need to go in the cart.
All right.
Okay, maybe we just
Yeah, it's
put. Can we? Is he?
He's conscious.
awake?
Yeah, he's awake.
He's not conscious. He's not.
Oh, no? Oh.
Okay, so I just going. I'm not very helpful for you.
Don't,
No.
don't
Just
turn,
take
don't
care
turn
of
his neck
him.
that way. That's bad.
Oh, so like
Yes.
this,
Oh,
like this.
oh.
You don't happen
I'll just put it like this.
Yes.
So I would like to attempt to kind of like
We could ask
like,
the
do
half elf,
this.
the half elven woman, just to keep an eye on him, or actually, can she help us while Rose keeps an eye on him?
me to carry him back?
No, I think the cart is where we need him. You know, so you help.
You
with
want me to
this.
help carry the cart?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll help this one. I'm going to do it like this, very slowly,
Very slowly.
very carefully, because I don't want to hurt myself. That's ridiculous.
Well, of course, darling, you would not want to hurt yourself. You know, the gorgeous thing you is.
Armatio, do you hear how he's talking to me? I say that just like that.
I'm right here.
Yeah. He's not saying.
I'm
the wrong
going to
things.
do this now.
Yes, try.
And I would like to attempt to drag him towards the Wicked Lon.
Okay.
Oh, God, what I mean, just I guess give me an athletics check.
I also have a negative. Okay, that's a
I'm gonna
2.
die.
A 2.
Because of course it is.
So you're up basically like doing this thing on the side where you've got his sleeve to his jacket, and you're just like, I'm just going to do this very slowly.
I got it. You guys go ahead. I'll be fine. It's okay. I'll be okay.
He's, I guess he's face up. Yeah? So
Yes.
it's just his head lolling
I'm not
against the
stupid.
pavement. You're not stupid.
If you pull him by the feet, it's actually a little bit easier.
He's got the
Okay.
expert here. Yes,
And then
he
I
knows
attempt
these
that.
things.
So you drop his hand, you go over, you're having a hard time struggling with the boots. You move him a couple of inches, like just enough to get him from one cobblestone to the next where his head goes thump thump. Thump thump.
Sorry.
Do you want me to do that? I've got
you
more
beat up?
experience.
Nobody can see you there.
Fine. I got him. It's okay.
You know,
She's
This
got
is
it.
a very good way to do
I
it.
think now maybe all of that warlock business was just his concussion. Like none of that happened. He just.
I'm kind of used to dragging bodies. You sure you want me to do that?
No, I could, I have to learn sometime. You should do this so
the
that the
cart.
man is not upset and that we can have our rent helped out.
Yes, let us do the cart.
It's very
Let us-
serious business.
It's the most serious. Let us
Yes.
try with the cart. Yes, let's do.
We'll be
Come,
fine.
Lucian.
I
Help.
paid my rent.
You're very strapping. I believe in you. You have the what is like the monkey strength. Yeah, you're like small, but yes. Let's go. Let's try. Come.
Okay, so Hermatio walks over to the cart, gets his hands in a firm grip. What are you doing, Lawson?
Try. I don't know how to do this. I'll try to imitate what he's doing.
And get the woman to like all three of us to kind of come up on the one janky
Okay,
end.
so go ahead and roll a strength check at advantage, Mr. Hermatio.
Come on.
I need all the advantages I can get. Hey, a 19.
All right,
Just pure strength, right?
pure strength.
Yeah, 19.
Well, athletics is fine.
Athletics, 21.
21. So you start to get up. Spicy Boy his head starts to hurt from being dragged across pavement. He gets back up into his seat, and you lift up on the side with Lawson
Look, I'm helping.
and the half-orc woman helping you, or sorry, half-elf woman trying to move it with you. You guys are able to kind of like move it down the way. Actually faster than Rose is able to move Spicy Boy.
Okay.
Rose, give me another perception check.
16.
In the next alley, you see the same little hoodlum
Armatio!
who is now pulling up just in front of the Wicked Lon, just a few more feet to go.
Armatio! Armatio!
Kid. Just pointing with your lips.
Do I hear this with the rose?
Well, there's a lot of rain going on. Why don't you give me a...
Armatio!
I think you probably heard that.
Right.
And plus, like, we always know when a woman is scorning us in a way like that. When it gets that dire. So, yeah, you hear this. You turn around and rush back to the thing, or rush back towards Rose, dropping the wagon.
How close to the Wicked Lon are we?
You guys are pretty close out front.
Okay, yes. I do, and I do run towards it. Do I see the kid this time? Because
So as you're making your way over there, you hear Lawsian's grunt as he needs to make a strength saving throw.
you're going to be fine, my friend.
11.
11. As he and the half elven woman is and they go and start to like barely set it down just enough, and you can hear a slight slide happen from the way that it goes, and you hear the chords on the piano.
Armatio, go back. Go back. There's a guy here, but go.
I look to the piano. Is it actually sliding out of the cart towards
No,
them?
it seems to like just if you're like ding, like up
Okay.
against the last set of boxes that's there. But it does seem to have settled, and you guys are there, set and everything. So you race over, and you do in fact see the boy standing there. What are you doing once you reach Rose?
I just pull out my manacles, and I'm just like, excuse me, my young friend. We are having a very difficult and long day here. I wonder, would you like to make a couple of extra copper? We could use a strapping, strong lad like yourself.
Oh?
Yes. Perhaps you would like to help us with some moving.
You see him take whatever was in his hand, tuck it in back to the back of his pants. I can always use some copper.
I'm like, I have a small problem, my friend. We have run afoul of people in this neighborhood who don't always like to do the right thing, and it goes poorly for everyone. So I was just thinking maybe just this once we could behave like civilized people and not come into the negativity, huh? Are you willing to actually work for money for once, huh?
What was this that you just said about negativity? And now you're chastising me?
Do you want the money or not, boy?
For once? Boy? His hand slides back behind his waistband, and he pulls out what looks like a green glass dagger.
Oh, come on.
This is not the first time we've run into this thing.
Who
Yeah,
are
I
you
know.
calling boy?
Hey,
The taste of shoe leather.
what's going on here?
I
We're trying to have a
regret nothing.
business.
Yes.
I thought you wanted me to help move boxes. I didn't
We
realize
are.
we were going to start insulting each other.
Why do you have a glass on
I
it?
like to paint.
You look.
That doesn't make any
What?
sense.
Red, lots and lots of red.
That's a very
Yes,
dangerous and
listen,
creepy
you
thing.
loom in the alley with the knife and all, ooh, menacing, like we know how this works, man. Do you want to help with the moving or the not? Or are we going to do the fighting or are you going to do the leaving?
Yeah, what's going on?
But we're on the clock, okay? So how's it going to go?
Either we're fighting, but we prefer not to fight.
I'd rather not
Can
fight.
we just move the thing and you
Yes.
get copper and we move on with our lives?
Exactly, I don't
Well,
like
is he gonna
hurting
be
young
nice
people.
to me while this is happening? Or like, because I'll just go home and mug you later.
Okay, bye.
Later it is.
I'm very easy to locate, huh?
Well, why didn't but he could
Just
help?
tucks it into his back pocket and starts to walk back onto his waistband and starts to walk away. And he's like,
So wait. So if we give you
Hey, Johnny!
I'm like, Rose, we don't want them to know all the man's worldly possessions, huh?
why did you invite him over in the first place?
To get him to go.
But then he came and he saw everything.
He's already seen the boxes. We know these children. It's fine.
Oh
It's fine.
man, now he's gonna bring his friends.
It's-
I
yeah.
am like,
Try and get
wake
Felix
up,
up, yeah.
wake up. I try to be very warm, but not really. But I do try
do
to wake
it.
him up.
Do it. Lift him.
Hey, wake up. Come on, wake up. We got a dangerous happening. You gotta wake up.
I would
okay?
say that this is enough for you to wake up.
Come on.
Normally, I would not be complaining with you waking me up, but what happened?
Your
Why does
head
my
hurts
head hurt?
quite a bit.
Well, here's the thing. It doesn't matter, because now we gotta run.
Why does the front of my head hurt and the back of
Well,
my
I'll
head?
tell you later, but maybe you should open your eyes because maybe there's somebody who's gonna come to us and hurt us. So why don't we just go along?
Yeah, you got sucker punched by one of those terrible green knife children, and now they're coming back. We need to go. Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Boston
Yeah.
has just begun moving.
Yeah, I was about to say, you've got the program should still be running. Yeah. Right.
Okay. I help him up, and I'm like, okay, there's a guy over there, and he's calling his friends, so we gotta move the thing, and then we're just gonna, I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah. We're about to find out. Yes, but can you walk, my friend?
I don't know, can I?
Seems so. Do you want to give me like a concentration check?
No, because I'm awful at those.
Yeah, you roll really bad.
That's what
No,
you get for
I-
being all suave and debonair.
Everything I'm rolling are my zeros. 11.
11. I'd say that you can concentrate on putting one foot in front of the other. Yeah. So you got that going for you.
Okay, I'll help.
So you guys make your way back to the
Cart.
Wicked Lon. You're at the cart, the old beat-up cart. You can start to see that the rain is getting heavier and heavier on top of the on top of the awning of it, the canvas top, and it seems to be sinking further and further down, and the crates are starting to make their way off as Lawson has been up to it. Do you help continue with the crates?
Yes, you keep Maxie, maybe you'll keep an eye out for the children. I don't want
Yes,
to
that's a
stress
great idea. Give the man with the concussion the job of looking for small children.
Hey, would you rather
Just
be doing the
scream.
moving? I don't think so. No, it's fine.
Just scream if you see somebody, anybody.
If you see something, say something. It's fine.
Okay.
But I hurry. I'm hurrying now.
You're hurrying? What does that look like for Rose?
I can't believe this is going like this, and I wanted to go to work.
So you basically get to the door
Yeah.
of the apartment, get it open, you just get to the door and you just toss the box inside.
I'd go to the wall, and I am smart, so I would go to a wall and then throw it there.
Okay,
and then I would go
intelligence
back.
check.
About that.
It's frustration. It's frustration.
That's an 8.
An 8. You do see a wall. You do recall that it is usually nice to put things close to the wall. You are frustrated. I'd say you probably pull up short and just toss it the other 3 feet.
Okay,
Okay. Luckily, he's not up here right now, right?
that's correct.
Stairs are challenging. He's probably going to have to get some sort of
We'll help him later.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys continue to unload what?
Yes, the Lostian.
Is the tarp getting saggy because it's soaking up water, or is there water building up on top of it?
A little bit of both.
Push the tarp to put the water off to the side.
Cool. It does work, and you do notice that your hands are actually very wet from the inside as well. There does seem to be still dripping coming in.
Well, the blood came off.
Yeah, you finally clean. Yeah, is it good? Yeah.
And now, there seems to only be one thing left inside the cart after about an hour, 2 hours.
1, 2, 3, not it.
Again, clarification. Temporally, we have not met his Minotaur friend yet.
No, Polly's not been met yet. Polly was,
Unicorn.
Well, he knows
If
Polly,
this-
but I don't know that you know a big, strong dude that lives here. That's what I mean.
So the sign is dropped. Where exactly are we?
you were at the Wicked Lon.
No, I was meaning more like temporally.
Oh, when?
I'm purposely being vague.
Right.
Oh, thank you.
We're in between times.
Right.
Okay.
Somewhere in the vicinity of 5 to 8
Okay.
is my guess.
I turn to the half-elf. I'm sorry, what was your name?
Hi, I'm Whistle.
Hi, Whistle.
Hi.
I'm Lassie.
Whistle.
Hi.
Hi. Can you help with the piano?
Sure.
Oh. Okay.
Is
What do you
the,
want me to do?
Can you lift it up and take it upstairs?
No.
Oh. Well, what can you do?
I can help with it.
Can you help us lift it up and take it upstairs?
Yes.
Oh, that sounds good.
physically, it looks like it would physically fit through the door, right? Like it's not
No.
like we're gonna get to the stairwell. Oh, it physically
Oh,
will not.
no, this is a
right.
trap.
Yeah. Okay.
Nobody checked for traps.
No, this situation is
Oh,
the
we
trap.
knew it was a trap, my friend. We knew. Yeah.
Okay, so let me guess. Is the apartment above and then with the window facing out?
It appears as though you would be able to get it up onto a terrace that is on the edge of the 6th floor, and then that would have access to the hallway
Okay.
and then another door.
Okay, but it would fit through that door and the hallway.
It looks as though,
Who do you
here's
have?
the thing, is that the only time that you've spent up on the 6th floor, typically because you don't go. You have had the whole conversation, I think, with the guy that was in the hallway in the stairwell, like not you, but you?
The guy with the newspaper. That was.
Yeah,
me.
the newspaper.
Oh, I've been up there once.
That's okay. That's true as well. I forgot about that one from Pack Story stuff. But
Yeah.
you do know that the terrace on the 6th floor is kind of like it has 2 large doors that swing open, and there's like a little thing that kind of overlooks a little bit of the park that's out front, and that seems to be an area where you would be able to get it in and into the hallway.
Hey, are you awake?
Mostly.
Do you have a measuring tape?
I'm gonna go over and lift.
I have one in my apartment.
Can you go get it so we can figure out if this makes sense to go up through the upwards and then carry the, oh boy.
I go over and
then
start
the
lifting on
hallway.
the piano to see how much it kind of weighs.
It weighs a lot.
Does it weigh more than 4 of us put together pulling on a rope?
No.
Okay.
I would like to ask Geisha, how do people usually handle this? Because the nicer apartments are higher up anyway. So, how do they usually get these kinds of things up there?
They usually get it up there with some sort of pulley.
Not magic?
What?
They don't use magic?
I mean, if they have access to magic, but magic is expensive.
Oh.
What the hell would you have a pulley?
I don't have a pulley.
Where are you gonna get a pulley?
Wherever you get a pulley from.
Where do we get a pulley from? Do you have a pulley?
I'm gonna go up into my apartment and see what kind of tools and bits and bobs I have. Maybe I can try and put together something like a pulley.
Why don't you tell us what your apartment looks like as you walk in there?
Great. So, apart from the fact that the door has been grizzed, it was kicked off its hinges, and I don't think it's quite gotten around to being fixed yet. The interior of the apartment has a lot of what look kind of like a mixture between, well, I mean, a cosplayer and a crafter, as there's a whole bunch of costumes and wigs and false noses and things in one side of the room, and then a whole bunch of half-built small clockwork objects and gadgets and things. And then in the middle of it all is a series of papers and inkwells and
Inkwells, you say?
for his forging equipment. And the bed has a large kind of red and yellow spiral kind of that's painted along the roof and kind of stretching down around the rest of the room in a big kind of mural. So I'm going to start looking through my tools. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and I'm pretty sure my bed is also shredded by Grizz as well.
Is this true?
Yeah, it depends.
Mostly the pillow.
Yeah.
I don't even have the pillow anymore. It's true. So it's missing a pillow.
Okay.
So I'm going to start looking through my tools. I'll look for a tape measure, maybe see around if I've got anything resembling rope and things like that, and particularly like a few good bits of wood and some wheelie things that you get.
Pulley.
Well, not specifically a pulley. I was thinking of the raw materials.
Like a flywheel.
Like a bearing.
Right.
Some
Okay, so
bearings or
you
something
do
like that.
find a measuring tape. Mm-hmm. As every good non-adventuring adventurer would have a 50-foot rope.
Yay.
But
It's the sixth
there's
floor.
not really a lot of wood. There's not really a lot of, yeah, it is, exactly. Did the math. He did the math.
Yeah.
Yes?
As he's doing that, I would like to do something.
I have a wrench.
After, I'm patient.
We have a hook.
Okay, so you've gotten, you found some rope. You found a, what was the other thing I said? Your measuring tape.
Yes.
And you were not able to locate any real wood or, what was it, the flywheel or the?
A bearing.
A bearing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're missing a couple of pieces here. Mm-hmm. But you do have knowledge of somebody's apartment that might have some of those things, or at least some furniture that's not quite as sturdy as it used to be. Should you so choose. Rose, what is it that you were thinking about doing?
The gentleman in the wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, excuse me. I have a question.
All right.
How long have you had this piano?
A while.
Oh, good. How did you move it into your last place?
I had movers.
Yeah?
Yeah, I hired some thugs.
Oh, how you hired thugs?
Well, you know, I can just call just about anybody thugs. So, like, you know, you're a thug.
I am not a thug. That is not what I am. I am a lady. I'm helping you.
I didn't say thugs have to be so masculine all the time.
I do not like the word. But that's neither here nor there. My point is. Oh, shoot.
Did you forget your point?
No, I knew my point. Just
What
give
is
me
it?
a moment, please.
Oh, okay.
My point is, what do you have a pulley?
Do I have a pulley?
Yes.
Do I look like I have a pulley?
I don't know. I asked. You got a piano.
Do you need a pulley to play a piano?
No, but you need a pulley to get it into an apartment.
Well, like I said,
And you didn't even hire a mover. You just expected that it was going to be there when you got there.
Yeah, I
you
hired
had
thugs.
one person to move your carts, but you didn't hire anyone to move the thing into the apartment. Just 4 of your neighbors. Hello, I'm Rose.
Oh, hi, Rose.
And 4 of your
Delazio,
neighbors.
nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you. But 4 of us are moving it out of the kindness of our hearts. And, you know, this is not something that we normally do. So, what I am trying to say is, maybe you could help us help you.
Yeah, I'll just, you know, rise up out of the wheelchair and I'll just make my way up.
That is not what I am saying.
Oh,
What I'm saying is perhaps you know someone.
I know 4.
Somebody
Well,
else
5 if we count it. Well, I've got.
who has a pulley.
I just moved here.
Well, fine.
I have a
It's nice to meet you. And I walk off.
Yes, Lassie, and what do you think, my friend?
I have a wrench, and the cart's got an axle. It's kind of like a wheel, and you could take that off and put it up there and use that as
I'm upstairs.
a fulcrum, and you can throw the rope over that, and you can use that. Since we know the cart can carry the piano, because it carried that and a bunch more, it should be able to hold that.
I do not have no head for the tinkering things. If you say this is a good plan, I will do. Yes, I agree.
Where am I right now?
Would you like to be on your way back down?
Sure.
Okay,
Felix
so we'll
knows-
say that you go ahead and you make your way out just as in the time when he goes, I have a wrench.
Then you're
Felix knows more about that than I do.
He's onto something. By the way, here's the tape measure.
Okay. I measure the piano, I go
And here's
upstairs,
some-
I measure the
Oh,
hall
thanks.
and
I like rope.
and the
How
door.
long
No, it does not belong in the pockets.
Oh.
How long is this rope?
About 50 feet, I don't know, I'm guessing.
If you need second wheels in order to put more torque on it, you've got the wheels on the wheelchair you can take off, and that'd be like a secondary thing you could run it
Right.
through.
Wait, okay, hang on a second.
wheelchair.
You are like you work in the coordinator, and also you are the mathematician, the engineer too.
Oh, yeah, this is just simple math.
I don't know any math that is simple.
I agree.
But try,
Five.
sure, yeah.
Wait, why you gotta use my wheelchair
Well,
wheels?
we don't. I was just suggesting this if you want extra little torque.
I agree. We say, help us help you.
Got wheels on the cart. You're gonna take the axle off. Those wheels aren't sitting on anything anymore. Why you gotta take my wheels?
Sir,
Two wheels.
I have a question. You usually have people helping you with this?
Well, yeah, whenever I hire some thugs.
Where are...
Doesn't have any. We
So
are
you're
the
hiring us?
thugs now.
Yeah.
But we don't get any money. It's so stupid.
No, I mean, he's offering to hire us. Is
I'm
that what
willing
I'm
to.
understanding?
Well, yeah, I talked to Geisha. Geisha said she was gonna take care of some rent for you. I paid her for your rent.
All right, that's...
Would you like me to get it back from her?
No, that's fine.
No, we're fine. We already moved most of your stuff. There's only one thing left.
You seem so angry.
I'm very angry.
Why?
Because we don't have a pulley.
He doesn't like... She doesn't like living here.
Oh,
Yes.
is it that bad? I liked
it's-
my apartment when I saw it
No,
before I
no,
broke my leg.
it's fine. It's never.
Didn't you like my apartment?
It's actually bigger than ours.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what size yours is. Which floor do you live on?
A couple below. What do you do, by the way?
What do I do?
Yes.
Well, right now I just putz around in a wheelchair.
Noted,
what
but
I
I was
mean.
meaning more how...
I write prescriptions.
Oh, I see.
Oh,
Okay.
I do too.
what?
You just made some friends.
So,
Well, I mean,
Do you-
yeah, I guess.
do you have any rope in your boxes?
No, I have rope.
Yeah, we need more rope. Do you have any rope in your boxes?
Well, you know, any good adventure before they break their legs has about 50 feet somewhere.
Can we borrow it?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Okay. I go ahead and start digging through the boxes.
So
in the
you
apartment.
used to be an adventurer?
Yeah, before I took an arrow to the knee.
No. I walked into that.
Well, good night.
Nah, he's like, well, you know, I fancy myself a little bit of an adventurer. I didn't, you know, I get into some scrapes from time to time.
Actually, that brings up a very relevant point, my friend. I noticed when I came upon you before, you had the reflexes like a cat. And we have the people around here, they're these young people. I think they're boys, but maybe some of them are girls. I don't want to discriminate.
Girls
And
are just as bad.
they have the glass knives, and that's how you know these people.
What we call it a shank.
The thugs.
Yes.
Those are the thugs.
No, that's a hoodlum.
I call it a shiv.
Thugs
Well-
are strong.
Let us not get lost in the weeds here. We stay on target. These people, if they come back, are you now in this current state able to throw the hands out a little bit in case some trouble goes down around your cart here? Can you fight, man?
I mean, if they get like right up on me, I suppose I could, you know,
Roll over their feet.
yeah, maybe that. I could invite them to sit down like I'm Santee or something.
He's not going to tell you how he's going to fight. They're
Maybe
in
they-
front. Maybe they're watching.
How about we just
The
move
top's really
the-
not holding up very well.
Let's
I
focus on the
thought you were
task at
doing
hand.
it. Yeah, I'm like, you're the engineer, not me.
Yes.
You are
both-
correct.
It's going to break and get everything wet. That piano's going to get ruined.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, let's...
Don't ruin my piano. Please.
Well, the
Can we-
piano, the
let's at
piano's
least-
gonna get rained on when we lift
Oh
it
wait,
on
you're
the
still
hoist.
upstairs too.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Looking for rope.
We at least want to try and get the piano into the lobby, right?
Up of the 6th floor landing. That's where it's too big to go in the front door.
Oh, it's too big for the front door.
That's the why we need the pulley, because it can go in the 6th floor.
Give me an investigation check.
Great.
I can do that.
Yeah, it's true. But the piano's gonna get rained on when we lift it. That's the design flaw with this plan. I guess we could tie the tarp on it when it's going up.
I got a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. So you dig through for a little while, you open a couple boxes, throw some things out on the floor behind you, clearly, because that's what you were motioning, and I take it seriously. And as you kind of make your way through it, you do find a very large coil of rope. And in, you know, moving things a little bit around more to see if they maybe has an actual pulley that he forgot or something. You do find a pad, which appears to be empty, but in the light of the neon signs outside his window, you can see that there seems to be some indentions on it.
Look around, see if he's got like charcoal or
Doesn't appear to be anywhere nearby.
any torches around or any soot from any of the lanterns.
No lanterns. It's a barren apartment except for the things that Rose has thrown against the wall.
The hallway.
If you go out into the hallway, you would see ever-burning lanterns.
Magic.
I think there's a lot of just ambient dust and smut, though.
Nah, it's okay. I'll keep thinking.
Except it sounds like there's like a singing pirate next door is what it sounds like.
That kind of neighborhood that is there.
You really don't know what you're going to get.
There's
Gentrification
like
is
Rose has
terrible.
got some competition coming down.
Oh, that's not the competition.
I'll take the script pad.
The whole thing.
Yep.
Okay. You take the script pad, you pocket that, you slide it away, and start to make your way downstairs.
I'll see if there's any other script pads.
You don't see any immediately, but roll me a perception check.
I'm glad you just went full ganker, like, instantly.
The perception is math. 18.
18. You do find a small, like intestine-looking
Oh. So you got little knots in it?
satchel. It's just a single,
Okay.
kind of like, looks like kind of like one link of a sausage.
Okay.
As you pick it up, you notice there's a slit in the back.
Yep.
Oh no.
Now there, you do seem to find a little bit of residue.
Bye.
Yep.
See you tomorrow, Lausian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's empty.
The space cadet.
It was
is taken
empty.
off.
There's residue on the inside. It made the interior of it look kind of blue.
Yeah.
Oh
I
man.
know what that
You were
is.
able to pull some of off. You rub it. Yeah.
Okay. Does it look like he has any more?
Roll me an investigation check now that you're trying to sate your curiosity.
Where did Lausian go? He's been gone so long.
It's true.
Investigation 18.
You find another one
Oh no.
that is
Oh no.
whole.
Oh no.
There's exactly one suspect for this crime, Lausian.
That's a future Lausian problem.
As a future Lausian problem.
And now you've had a
Episode
taste.
13.
Make me a wisdom save.
I'm going to take the box that it's in, and I'm going to put that box in the hallway with the lid open, turned on to the side. And then I'm going to leave the door open when I leave with the rope.
Okay.
And thinking better of it, I'll just take some of the middle pages out of the script pad
The middle page is at a script pad?
Yeah.
Not the one that was on top?
and the one on the top so I can get the signature.
And the one on the top.
It takes them out and leave it there, put it away,
Okay.
and leave it open, and go down with the rope.
So you still have to roll me that wisdom save I asked for.
Wisdom save.
Oh, this is how he lost Lausian.
Here we go.
With a, I got a 14. No, that's wrong. That's higher level. I got
We don't have levels.
8.
An 8?
An 8.
Oh no!
You start to make your way to the staircase.
Yeah. I'm gonna stop off for a few minutes and leave the rope in the hallway.
Where did he go? I'm so tired. Like
The rain continues to pour over Rose,
How
who's
about you go-
just now thought to move under the awning standing next to Geisha. Hey, hasn't Lausian been gone a long time?
Yes, we should send someone up there.
Who would you send up?
Oh boy. I go up. Lausian.
So as you make your way to the staircase in the back, you see a coil of rope that seems to have been dropped down the center of the roundabout.
God, Lausian. I just grab it and I drag it outside.
Okay, you head back outside with Lausian.
I'm gonna go to my room, and lock the door. I'm gonna take a small little break because I've been lifting boxes all day. I carried a cart.
This is like
I think it's
a
time.
Dare ad, Sharn edition right now.
So Lausian disappears for a little bit.
I really wish our friends would not let us down.
That's why we have each other, my darling.
This
Yes,
is
yes.
true. Here, a rope.
Felix, how can I be of assistance?
So right now I have rope,
You have rope, a
I have-
measuring tape.
a measuring tape.
You no longer have a wrench.
What happened to the wrench? You didn't get the wrench?
I didn't think to, mostly because he disappeared rather quickly.
You still have no idea where Lossian is.
Great.
You just found the rope.
Rose, if you find Lossian, get the wrench.
Fine.
Does Geisha have a wrench or does Grease have a wrench? Can they need
Geisha.
tools?
Geisha.
Doubt that. We have the remnants of the wheel.
You do have one wheel that is kind of shattered, and then
Right.
you have 3 working wheels. There's definitely the axle. Of course, you're gonna have to.
Words?
There's a horse. We hook the rope to the horse. The horse pulls up the piano.
What could go wrong?
I was working on that, yeah.
Thank you. Good night. Yes, yes.
So, and that was in character.
No, mademoiselle, yes. It's
Yeah,
right.
no, for sure. I have those points. Is there any kind of hook or attachment point that I can see from the 6th floor? Like, kind of
Oddly,
like-
it does look as if somebody has done this method before with the pulley, kind of like Geisha said, but she just doesn't have a pulley. So there is a hook up there
Great.
that could hold a pulley.
I'll get this over with.
and if we can't do it with a pulley, we have other options. So.
You could use just the hook.
Yes, no, exactly, and that's
It's
what I was
just,
thinking.
you know.
Doing. A little more effort.
Let me go find
A horse more effort.
Yes.
Okay,
So I'm gonna connect the ropes together if it looks like we need to, and then hook that up into the hook.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
I'm good at those.
I
Sometimes.
hope.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at that one. 15.
15. You do a pretty solid job of tying together the rope and making sure it's good. You make a nice little double knot. You get the little situation there. Is there any specific knot that you would actually like to tie?
Is this in relation to tying it to the hook, or?
No, I think if you tie it to the hook, you won't be able to do any pulling.
Yeah, exactly. Which is why I was. No, it's. I will just go with whatever seems appropriate.
Standard knot. You just tie, pull, tight, nice and tight. Okay.
Sure.
And as you make it, give me a D4.
Uh-oh.
Oh, here you go.
No.
1.
1. So you only take maybe a quarter.
Okay. Save some for later.
Save some for later. Rationing your dream lily. And you, so you go ahead and you make your little tight up there. You're gonna go up and hang it off the hook?
Yes, the intent is to go up there, hang it up, and then kind of toss it down so we can go back down and start rigging it, kind of thing.
Okay, so you guys have roughly 100 feet of rope.
I would just like to go with them just because I've never seen the 6th floor.
Okay. So when you walk up to the 6th floor, does anybody remember what your levels looks like? Mm-hmm. Do you want to tell me?
Awful trash.
Gross.
It's just the badness, yes.
But does anybody remember like the actual description?
It's shabby without the chic.
That is fair. If we were to sum it up in like 3 words, yeah. Okay, so essentially you guys have that like really battered, beaten up linoleum kind of style. And like you can see that there's like drag marks that are like deeply ingrained, as if like somebody dragged like some huge heavy metal object just across it, and like there's like those weird stubbing marks from where it like would have dragged up, pulled some back like in the heat of the summer or something, and then like when they yanked it over that, it just finally like went ch-ch-ch-ch-ch and like made little indentions and then pulled across the side. The walls are like this kind of jaundicey orangish yellow coming around each side, and it's really dilapidated. In some places there's not even plaster.
Home.
Yes, home. The stairs are pretty much that really like, I mean, you essentially, if you look at this place, your nose would just give you like this, oh, it smells like burning rubber and fried chicken at the same time.
Yes, every day.
It is,
Can you visualize the burning chicken
Yes,
rubber thing?
yes, Dungeon Master.
this is in my mouth, yes.
Oh, Armatio. I gotta get out of here.
So as you make your way up the stairs, it does get slightly nicer, a little bit cleaner each time you go up. Once you hit the 6th floor, it's actually not half bad. There's not, like, the floor is actually like a white linoleum. It looks like it's maybe been replaced somewhat recently. You guys have never been above the 5th floor. So this is a next level. There's even like floorboards that go along the side, like there's the lining across that. There's when you get up to that level, there's even railings on the staircase. Yeah, there was no real railings heading up before. There was just kind of like some and some broken and then some like, and then the walls, there's actually art. It's not great art. It's like random rowboat, parked on a beach in the middle of nowhere kind of thing. But it's art. It's definitely a lot more effort than you guys have seen in other places. And as you walk by, you can even hear like nice music playing from some of the other apartments.
It's like we've gone from an abandoned tenement to like a nice hotel on the side of the highway.
Armatio.
Like a nice hotel on the side of a highway. That is exactly, maybe like a middle to nice hotel on the side of the highway, yeah.
A Motel 3?
Yeah, a motel.
It's like, wait, a Motel 3. Yes.
Confirmed.
Armatio.
Yes.
I want to move up.
I want to move out.
So while you get up there, you can start to see, and even, you pass by the hall or the apartment, and it is quite a bit bigger. It's actually about like twice the size of yours. In fact, there's even 2 rooms along the sides of it, right? And as you make your way to that terrace that's off to the side over here, you've got the big, long, wide terrace and the 2 doors, which are like like a thickened double pane glass. Not necessarily, and there is still some, like, somebody's gone on there and kind of, like, scratched in some graffiti marks and stuff like that, but it's nothing too bad, and there's not a whole lot of them. It's like one of those things, maybe it'll be replaced. Who knows? But you make your way up, you see the little pulley, you can look down, or you see the hook, it's in lieu of a pulley, and you can look down and see the horse patiently sitting there, getting soggier and soggier and soggier in the excrement rain.
Let's do this already.
Let's go, yes. So, I defer to you.
I
You're
go
the
to-
engineer, yes.
I go to-
I've been rigging this all up. That we now go downstairs and keep it going.
So you're basically, you've got about 100 feet of rope.
Yep.
You're gonna need somebody to hold on to it from here.
Okay,
So that when
great.
you toss it down, it can get tied around the piano,
Great.
and then you're gonna have to like middle it a little bit in order to get, actually, since the 3 of you are upstairs, give me an intelligence check.
Nope. 8.
9.
Dirty 20.
Oh, man.
So you guys are sitting there for a little while, and okay, well this looks like it's gonna be fine. And he's like, no wait, you gotta hold on to the thing, and then okay, and then he gets it, and you go, oh wait, this is not gonna be enough rope.
I want to go to Lausian's apartment.
Lawson's apartment? Okay.
Even with the 100 feet, it's still not enough?
Well, you gotta think about it. It's gonna
Because
get
it's
down.
going to break in half?
Yeah.
Wait, so I know someone who has more
You're
rope.
at least 20 feet off. At least. That's before tying it around things.
I know someone who has more rope. She's made of metal, and I don't know where she is.
Well, no, Zaylin is...
Zaylin has a full rig of rope.
Well, she's
that
been
she carries.
staying with us. I don't know that I want
Is
to,
it-
like, rummage in her personal effects, though, but...
Does she have personal effects?
I mean, that's racist, man. Yeah, I mean, she's got...
Oh, I mean, does she actually have any? Was she carrying them on her, or did she leave them in the apartment? If she left them in the apartment, used them.
Hey,
We need to get this
do
fixed.
we see Zaylin's... I mean, do we see rope with her things, or does she used to carry it? Honestly, I can't say. I don't know. I defer to you.
As far as the Warforged have been written here for 5th edition, they have a compartment.
A rope compartment.
At least the envoy that she is has a compartment.
And that is why I asked if they have any personal effects, like staying places.
So you go beating on the door
Very
to
personal.
Lausian's apartment.
Lausian! Hi! Lausian!
Do you try the handle?
I wait for a little bit, and then I try the handle.
Okay. It seems to be locked.
Lausian! Where did you go?
I'm like,
Make me a... Well, I think we're still in the realm of wisdom checks. Go ahead and make me a wisdom save.
Whoops.
Natural 20, so 22.
So I'm gonna let you decide how you want to play a natural 20 here, in the sense of, are you wise enough to stay away from her? Or
the witness.
are you wise enough to play it cool and go out and help while still with some lingering effects.
Lausian, where is the wrench?
I think I can pull this off.
You think you can pull this off?
Oh dear.
Just like every person who's drank too much, just like, oh, no, I'm perfectly fine.
I was hoping you'd say that.
You're gonna sleep and bake, yeah, okay.
So you hear this pounding on the door. Pound, 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 pound.
Lausian!
It's,
A rope and a wrench.
I walk over, I take the hook off of the bells so that I know when the door's opened, and just.
Come on,
What?
what are you doing?
Oh, I needed a nap. That was really hard.
Well, that makes sense. It was very
This is a lot of work.
excruciatingly
I don't
heavy.
usually.
And we need rope and we need the wrench. They're trying to do some crazy things out
I
there.
threw the rope into the lobby.
Well, I mean, more rope.
Oh?
Extra rope. Do you have a weird place? Don't you have some rope in there? I'm not looking.
I would like to look.
Keep the door
Did you go with her? I thought that you were.
Realistically, I probably would have stayed with her.
Poke my head out.
But I know you want to look. So I'm kind of looking.
I don't have any rope.
What about the wrench? But we really need
Oh,
rope.
yeah, I've got a wrench.
Okay, thank you.
Nope.
I don't touch it. I don't touch you, but I go to grab it.
Nope.
Come on, Lausian.
Fine, I'll come out.
Okay. We need rope. They can't move it, and I bet you by now it's all wet.
Um,
And then we're stuck again.
I don't have any rope.
I honestly don't know how to solve this problem, and we're probably gonna just get kicked out because we're gonna break the whole piano anyway.
Sheets?
Hello?
Do you have
Y'all gonna actually move this thing or what?
Keep your panties on. Now, see what
Mom,
I do?
what?
Can you make it out of sheets?
You're not touching my sheets. I have two things in the world, and that is my dress and my
And me. Oh, no.
blankets.
Oh, never mind.
Lausian.
What if,
It's like this. No, it's still like this.
does Grizz still have sheets?
I don't want to go in there. It smells funny.
Does Felix have sheets?
What's wrong with your face?
I'm sleepy.
Why are you
Sort of
so-
tired, actually. I should meditate. But
Do I sense any?
Give me an insight check. And by that time, I think you two are probably wondering why it's taking her so long to go check on Lausian. So if you guys want to make
That's a
your-
natural 20.
So since you sir were trying to fake it, go ahead and give me a deception check.
Oh.
So that's a 23 total.
Okay.
nah, I can't beat that if I rolled perfect.
Well, let's see, just for a speed.
How onto you she is.
Got
It's creepy funny.
21.
21.
Screeds and giggles.
That was pretty close. Screety giggles.
So it takes you this entire conversation, but you start to realize that something's up with him.
What are you doing? What's wrong with you?
What's wrong
What are you
with you?
trying?
What?
What happened?
What happened to you?
You never just leave things, and you're always so very, this is mine, mine. But then you just leave a rope? What are you up to?
No, you need the rope.
What
What
are
are you up to?
You are acting very don't put that point finger at me.
You're
Armadio
acting
is creepy, and I run
you
off
hear
to
that?
Armadio.
So you hear that you guys meet at the base of the stairs there on that floor. And your apartment's like right next to Grizz, right? Oh, you're on the first floor.
For Grizz is directly above us, I think we established.
Yeah, and you're on the second floor.
No, they're on the
We're on the
third
first floor. They're
Oh, you're on the
second
first floor, too.
And Grizz is on the second
I,
floor.
you're-
I
you're on
run
the
into
third floor.
Armatio's arms.
I thought it was that.
He's being weird, like extra weird.
I mean, he's always
No,
weird.
no,
isn't he?
no.
I
There's
thought
like,
you guys were on the third floor. He's on the
Yeah.
first.
You're on
and
the
you're
third. I'm on the first.
fourth.
They're on the fourth.
I think so.
Really?
Because
Yeah.
he's next to you guys. He's above or below.
I think.
I'm above.
You're above him.
Anyway,
I had it
a
all
different
drawn on the
game.
thing I
Yes,
didn't
yes,
bring.
Right.
Okay.
I think we all did, yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
He's being really strange.
Let's go check Grizz's apartment. We can loot it like he looted mine.
Hey, I
He
tell
did.
you,
I was there.
if you want to break
Oh,
in his
now
door,
you admit it.
if you want
Okay.
to break his door, I will not stop you, my friend. It's like karma. It comes back around, yeah?
It's not. It's mostly like he just kind of went to town
Was
on your
this-
sheets.
Was this before Grizz got kind of knocked out?
Yes.
Okay. Great. So, gonna go and check his door. I'm assuming it's locked.
It's actually not.
Great. All right, that's strange. Is there? I'm gonna open the door and see inside. Also, as a secondary, I will check the lock afterwards and see if it doesn't exist or got broken. But sure, what do I see?
It pretty much doesn't exist. As you actually notice, there seems to be like a thing on the door that is like there's a nail to a little piece of wood that would be like he'd have to slide it up and slide it down, or I mean I guess around to get it to lock into place, and it's essentially just like that.
Great. All right.
So when he's gone,
Wow. All right. And how does his apartment look? Because this is the first time I've ever been in this one.
so Grizz's apartment is in shambles in the sense that every time he gets mad, you can tell that there is just furniture smashed and broken all over the place, right? And then some shoddily repaired things, and it's like he's broken it like 4 or 5 different times. And in the corner, sitting on a stool with 3 out of 4 legs, somewhat propped against the wall, you see a red kind of stuffed, it's kind of like a pillow, or maybe it's had pieces re-sewn to it or something like that, and stitched into the chest says Mr. Punchy. And it appears to be missing some cotton, which is strewn across the floor in front of it. And it's soggy, dirty, nasty, brownish cotton.
I'm going to file this away for later blackmail. And does it look like he has any kind of closets or kind of containers for holding things? Do I see any obvious ropes before I start using his bedding?
You see a footlocker.
Okay. Is it locked?
Well, you would have to check it if you would like to go check it.
Yes.
Okay, so this looks like a military footlocker that he probably, might have had while he was in garrison in the city before he left for the war, and it is not locked.
All right. I'm gonna.
It is about like 5-ish, almost 6 feet long
Yeah.
against the wall off
Okay.
to the side. It seems like it could hold a lot of stuff.
Oh, interesting. Great. So I'm going to kind of gingerly lift it up because I have no idea what kind of horrors could be inside this.
Okay, so as you lift it up, you see another one of those little slit thing, like the little slot toggles, kind of like the same lock on the door, but only on the inside.
Oh, on the inside.
And there's like a little nestle there for it to just right back into.
Okay.
And you see cotton, like kind of a little nicer cotton,
Okay.
but with some drool on it.
Ugh.
And you can tell it's because it's got that kind of like yellowy, and it smells. You can see some fur in there. It looks like maybe it had actually been used as a pillow at some point.
All right.
And then underneath that seems to be a coil of rope, like wrapped in a circle.
Oh, great. Huh. So I'm gonna kind of try and move some of those things out of the way with like a piece of debris of wood first. I'm like, I don't really want to touch.
The only wood you
Most
see
of
is
these
the toggle that's there, or you can like go and grab one of the broken
Is the
pieces of
toggle
furniture.
preventing me from getting into the footlocker?
No, it actually looks like it would be a thing where if you got into the footlocker, you would lock yourself in.
Has he got a bed in this room?
So, as you start, he does have a bed. He does have a bed. But as you kind of like start to ponder this thought, you're like, oh, is this like I wonder if he sleeps in here too.
Is this like a shifter thing?
It could be like a PTSD thing.
Oh, okay. My first jump there was a training crate. But
Yeah, but it's because you're an asshole.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna kind of move the stuffing aside with some debris and then pull out the rope.
You found the rope. It kind of looks like it's been gnawed on a little bit, but it does look like it's actually, salvageable.
Great. Is there anything else in here?
It was kind of like a shabby blanket thing, but I would not advise touching it.
I feel like that needs burning. All right. So I'm going to pull out the rope and take it with, and I'll take Mr. Punchy and put him somewhere else in the room. kind of like on a dresser, or like, you know, like he's kind of moved, and just to give Grizz a little bit of paranoia, maybe, of like, I don't remember leaving that there.
Do you want to put him in the footlocker?
Yes.
Okay, you drop him into the footlocker.
Yeah.
Leaving a little trail of sodden cotton along the way. And you have your rope.
Great. All right. So where are these three now?
So she went running to Harmatio at the base of the stairs, down on the first floor where Lausian was. So everybody's basically congregated on the first floor. The rain is still coming down. I would say that your Gage is probably getting a little antsy.
Sure.
Definitely Blasio is.
Great. So should I tie another length to the rope when I'm up on the 6th floor, or should I go down to the first to do that? Which would be easier for getting things working, do I think?
Well, you left probably the majority of the rope upstairs because you've got it kind of set up there. So
Okay,
you probably
done.
go up to the top, do your little tie-in.
Great.
You now have 150.
Great.
Give
And
me your sleight of hand.
Oh, okay. That would be another 15.
All right, so you do a pretty good job of tying that guy off. You toss it down. You've got 2 long ends of the rope.
All right.
All right, so you make your way back out to the outside, you're collecting your friends, and you guys are now standing in the rain.
He has a wrench.
Here's a wrench. That's good.
Make a pulley.
We need someone kind of helping guide and aim the piano. There we go. Going upstairs. Do I think that's more of a finesse or a strength kind of based finagling kind of bringing
How
it
would
up?
you go about doing that?
I mean, I feel like some careful twists of the line as it's kind of going up could control it so it doesn't go off in a weird spin or something.
Yeah, if that's what you think.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Again, there can be no negative repercussions to this course of action.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So we should tie it to the horse.
I do think we should tie the tarp or something dry over the piano, because if it just
Yes.
gets soaking in the rain going up, we've accomplished nothing, huh?
Lausian, when you were looting around in the boxes, did you see any more dry tarps?
Lausian,
What?
it's been
Lausian.
weird.
Did I see any what?
More dry tarps.
No.
Did you pack any more dry tarps?
A what? No.
Oh, he
All
didn't.
right. And by the way, you should pack more rope, because if we didn't have these pieces of rope, you'd be with a lot of wet.
I feel like most thugs have a lot of rope.
We
I
are
didn't
not
realize.
thugs.
Sorry.
I don't
I
know what
resent
kind of
it.
thugs you've been hanging around before. Now, adventurers, I agree
are
with you.
neighbors.
They're the
Thugs,
kind that
I
have
guess.
ropes.
We are neighbors,
Yes.
Oh, hi, neighbor.
not
the awning.
thugs.
Awning.
I would like to look.
Yes, that is an awning.
Well, it's going to be soaked in the rain because it has been outside the entire time.
I'd like to
It
go
might be
to the half elf and talk to the half elf.
Hi.
Is this your horse?
Yes.
So you would be able to guide it. My
Sure.
friends here are trying to do a thing, so perhaps you guys should organize, because this could go very strange if we try to do it without you.
Yeah,
Okay.
because
I mean, I can lead the horse, but you're gonna have to tell me how fast you want it to go and slow, and when you want it to be steady and stuff.
Great.
and we are going to need to be upstairs to take the piano into the awning and put it down. Otherwise, ooh, like the wolf I grew up by learning the stories about the coyote and the piano. He fall on him and he's
I
like,
heard the same stories. They're very strange.
hey.
You guys
I'm
have
gonna-
weird
It's on
stories.
there.
Must be an Ondarian.
Yes.
right?
Yeah,
I'm going to
yeah,
start
it's
attaching
very popular. Where do we come
the
from? Yeah.
piano and also the horse to the ropes
Okay, so
while
you,
this is going on.
kind of pull the tarp off,
Rig it up.
wrap it around the piano.
Yep.
You guys heft the piano down and start tying the rope around it,
Yep.
using roughly like 30 feet of rope to do that. Go ahead and give me a check, sleight of hand check.
Can I help?
Sure. Do it at advantage.
Okay, great. That would be a 21.
Okay, so you do a very good job of tying this up, getting it wrapped around, knowing that you need to do a couple more little loops of it, and giving it a good another extra little tie off. How are you going to go about getting it up now?
Well, we've got it attached to the hook. We've got a horse on one end, piano on the other. We can start directing it. I'm going to go up and make sure things start going. If
go up
you
also.
two, while we are, you
Be up to help with the piano.
Lausian, pay attention.
if one of you comes up with me and can assist, the two of you down here can make sure it lifts off the ground fine, and then when we get to a certain point, we're going to pause, you come running up, and we'll continue to guide it up.
Yes.
So who's staying downstairs to help guide?
Lausian and I are.
Yes, Luciana and my darling Rose, and probably Geisha, I think, would be one to watch this intently.
Yes.
Yeah?
Oh no, darling, I have to milk some cats.
Okay, so it'll be the two of us.
Ugh.
The two of us.
Yes.
And then you are going to be upstairs.
Yes.
And the Bellagio is going to, I can't remember his name. Our new neighbor is going to be downstairs.
Yes.
And the horse, the half-elf will be with the horse. And you
Yes.
are going to communicate with the horse? And the half-elf.
What?
You're going to communicate with the half-elf.
What was their name again?
My darling.
The half-elf?
Yes.
The half-elf's name was...
Whistler.
Whistle.
Whistle.
Whistle?
My darling, the mind thing. That's how we can communicate, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, remember this.
By
thing
the
you
way,
can do, yeah.
I'm going to turn to our landlady. I think I might know another...
The door closes.
What door?
Let's just do this and get over
okay.
with.
The door to her apartment, remember? She went to go milk some cats.
Oh, she
Okay.
did, didn't she? Oh.
It's
File
wet,
that for
let's
later.
go.
Great.
Let us go.
Lausian, stop
We try.
pointing.
Don't stand underneath the piano.
That's good advice.
You too.
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't gonna.
Okay,
No,
let's
we know
go.
the cautionary tale of the coyote and the falling piano. That they teach us to this as children. And don't
Please
chase any
do the
strange birds
thing,
out into the road
please.
either.
They're
Yes,
just gonna
we're,
keep
I'm,
going.
I'm assuming we're
Let's
going
do it.
upstairs,
Okay,
right?
so who's upstairs and who's downstairs?
We two are upstairs.
Downstairs.
Okay.
These two are
So,
downstairs.
As you two are up on the awning, or up on the balcony, you can kind of look down and see that we are pretty much split in the center, right? You need the horse to go one direction or the other. Rose, you were downstairs, yeah? With
Well, he's just
Space Cadet,
Yes.
Dream
Spaces.
Cadet,
Dream Cadet.
our happy dreamer. And you will, so you're going to be telling the orc where to, half-elf to go. I don't know
Yes.
why I keep thinking it's an orc.
So basically, I'm going to mind link to Felix so that I can.
So you have message.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, okay, message. So that he's going to tell me when to.
I have to
Oh.
make an immediate reply, I think.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, so it'd be...
So I'm like, hey, 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 hey.
That's not distracting at all.
How is it now? How is it now?
How about we just... How well can you...
I would like to sing it. I would like to sing a tune to him so that it's an open link.
Okay.
Great. Rose? Rose?
Da, 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 da.
So are there any words?
Yeah, it's just da da da.
All right, so you're
All right,
and at the same time, are you guiding the thing? Like, are you
I'm
trying to push?
assisting. I'm deferring to Felix as the engineer. I'm just trying to make use of me, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
So by looking at this, you realize that you're going to need one probably very large, at least long person to be able to hold the rope out and twist it when you need to twist it to avoid.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So then, while you're doing that, you're going to direct her to start pulling the rope up. Okay. Lausian, what are you doing? That's what I thought.
He's just over here.
Yeah. Okay. So as you guys start to pull, you guide the back. Are you walking next to the horse, or are you like trying to stay dry?
I'm staying dry. I'm telling the woman.
So how are you doing that to her? You're singing to the other. If you're not standing next to her, like you got to communicate with her somehow.
I'll probably
Yeah,
yell.
but I
It's
can
just
still say. I can say what I want to her and say it to him.
Show me how that works. Tell him something and me something at the same time.
Rudy, it goes like this. So I need you to wait. Who am I doing?
Yeah, well, that worked.
Dun-dun-dun. Rudy, I need you to da-da-da-da-da, and go up.
I'm looking at. Hold on, please hold on. Okay,
could
let me
just
try to figure out how this works. So I, as message, I have to point to the person I want to talk to, which is you. So actually, I'm pointing to him, and I'm singing the thing, and then he's talking to me,
Radio Rose.
and then he says the directions. Give me directions to tell the lady. Here's the
Start
thing.
moving slowly forward.
Start moving slowly forward.
Okay, so it starts moving slowly forward.
Well, also, I mean, she's unless it's just a torrential downpour, she's a max of 50 feet away. We could
Yeah.
yell.
Well, the woman is pulling it further away. It's not about
God.
whether or not she can yell. I have no doubt in her vocal abilities. What it's multitasking is what I'm.
No,
I'm
we
getting
could
at.
even yell from higher up. We could be
Yeah,
like,
or
go.
yell or hand symbols.
Sure, if
Yeah,
you want to.
Right, yeah.
But the other thing is, we can just tell her that this is what we're doing, and then she knows that
Tell her
this
the
is what
plan.
we're doing.
Okay, you want to roll an intelligence check for it?
For her?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
It's like, pull to
That's
the
a
piano.
12.
Yeah, that's not bad. Not
Right.
bad for that. We'll say that she interprets more than half of what you're doing.
Okay.
The other half of the elf,
Right.
she's half orc. That's what you're missing. She's half
She's
elf,
half elvish,
orc.
half orc.
Yeah,
That's why I
it
keep
is.
saying
That all
yes.
makes sense, right?
That's
got
the
it.
other part.
Right.
So as you guys are starting to push, and thereby she speaks Goblin. So as you guys are doing this thing, you start to pull, and you notice that as you're go ahead and give me, since you're the one that's going to be guiding it, pushing it back and forth off of the thing, go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check
Can I
to keep it.
assist in any way with
You kind of already are, like you're doing the overall thing.
Okay.
These are going to be flat.
So just straight up.
Yeah.
10.
10. So you hear the first dong of it as it kind of like pings into a flagpole that's there somewhere on the way up. Moving its way, and you hear Bellagio go, oh,
Yes.
I'm sort of buff out.
It's a character. It'd be a good story at a dinner party, yeah.
So then you continue to push it on a little ways. You start to see the two ends of the rope. Now that they're pulling away, you can notice that the two knots, you're probably going to have a little bit of a problem.
because of the knots in the lines?
Oh, no.
I thought about this, but I didn't know how big
Yeah,
the knots were.
I mean,
You
this-
rolled very well, though.
I mean, if I would have I mean, it's fine. There's not a lot.
Well,
I could have
you know,
done
what
with
you're
that,
worried
so-
about is just you're going to have to make sure that there's an extra little oomph to get over that.
Okay.
But you're probably going to want to, like, assist.
Yeah, kind of help guide it to make sure it doesn't hop out of the hook, for example.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
maybe, like, push the rope or push the little knot as it's getting close to it. So you
Great.
see it coming a little bit
Oh,
closer.
my God.
Yep.
And
I'm gonna be careful. We're going to get a
Be careful.
bump.
We're going to get a bump.
So slow down a little.
Slow down a little.
okay.
When we get close to the knot,
When we get close to the knot,
we're gonna start to speed up.
we're going to start to speed
So-
up.
Oh, speed up!
Here's the bump.
Here's the bump.
Ah! Starts to pull, it starts to speed up. So give me a.
And I'm also gonna try, like, when we're handling the line and stuff, I'm gonna see if I can try and kind of angle the knot as it's kind of coming up, so it is approaching on like one of the smaller aspects, so it's a little easier for it to pop over.
Okay, so you're basically going to try and push the knot up a little bit as it's getting pulled over?
A little, more kind of just because the knot is an inconsistent shape. I'm gonna try and make it so it tries to pop over one of the smaller sides of it. Yeah.
So make me a perception check.
Oh dear.
No.
Yeah, because I'm great at those. Nope.
I still love
Nope.
that you're
Oh my God, is that what I think it is? That's
love
not
that-
what I think
I
it
love
is.
No, wait. I gotta say,
I was going to say, you're not a halfling, so.
0.
A 0!
He got a 1.
I love that you're a gambler
0.
without a perception penalty. I love that.
His wisdom is not so great.
I told you. I'm not great at these
as
rolls.
you go to judge the distance of it, you're like, now! And you push. So go ahead and give me your sleight of hand at disadvantage.
So that would be an 11?
An 11, that's not too terrible. It's not good enough to keep your hand from getting caught underneath the knot as it gets pulled up.
Sorry, it was a 12, but still, yeah.
Yeah, you're still borderline.
Great,
I will say that you're able to yank your hand out quickly,
great.
but not quick enough not to take 1d4.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Great. Awful.
Are you gonna
Thanks,
die
I hate
from
it.
Are you gonna die from a rope burn?
3?
Oh my God. Now you roll high.
We're so squishy.
These dice usually roll
So,
quite
Lawson,
nicely.
you were broken out of your stupor by the yelp. What does that yelp sound like when you're accentuated, very quick cutoff as he goes unconscious with his hand caught up in the thing, slipping it out just enough.
Oh my God.
Everybody hears it. Probably the block hears it.
I guess I'm just hanging around now.
Wait, is he physically tangled in the rope though?
No, because you heard him go, "Wah!" and then, "Da-thunk."
Okay.
was gonna say,
Keep
I'm gonna
going.
try to
Keep
take-
going.
Keep
Yeah, keep going. Yeah, we got one shot
You're
at this.
doing
Yeah.
fine. Just keep going easy, a little slower, but
Yeah.
go forward.
Yeah, I run up to take his place. Yeah.
I try to like shove the wagon underneath the falling body if at all possible.
Oh, he doesn't fall off the thing. That's okay. No, he doesn't fall off the balcony. That would be maybe a little cruel.
Yes.
I think that would actually kill him.
But you do hear the scream, and then you hear the thump of his body,
He'll be fine.
and you do feel the link break.
He's unconscious. Keep going. A little bit faster, though.
I
A
think
little
I'm
bit
gonna
faster.
go upstairs.
Yes.
Okay, you go upstairs.
So you keep pushing.
Keep going.
You guide it up. You get the piano up to right at the level, and now it's teetering there precariously, like just over the edge.
Do you want me to keep going or stop?
Yeah, stop. But
Stop.
I need help up here. I need Lucian to
Okay,
help
just
me.
stop the horse.
Stop. And well, is it the type of thing where I can just like gently pull it over, and then when the horse throws it in reverse, it'll come down, or is this something that's to be muscled?
It's a little like you guys have kind of run out of rope on that in there, so you are probably going to have to get a little bit more muscle under it. However, I need you to make me a death saving throw. Remember that thing I said about ghosts?
And that's why I'm trying to run.
Maybe there's a reason that somebody can cast Eldritch Blast at this point.
So is that a base just dice?
Yeah, just a dice.
10.
Okay. Lucian is rushing upstairs, making his way up.
Oh, this is the wrong floor.
Stops at the wrong floor. Starts to make his way back up to the next floor. As he
This is how I
rushes
die.
by his apartment on the first floor the first time, he's like, ooh, I could maybe.
Maybe later.
I'll kill you myself, Lucian.
Not how I meant it.
You can start to try and muscle. Do you want to try and muscle the thing up?
Try. Like, I mean, just to see if it's even remotely capable of.
Sure,
at
give me a
least-
strength check.
Right. It's not my strength. Thank you, folks. That's a 6. That's a 6.
So you start to move it a little bit, and as you do, you can feel the horse resist your pull a little bit. And it starts to go
wait.
up a little bit more.
Wait,
And then
wait.
it starts to drop down a little bit more as the tongue, another one, and you hear just from below you downstairs, you go, oh.
What do you want to do?
Hey, I need help getting the piano onto the landing over here. I thought maybe I could do it, but I can no.
Do I go forward or backwards? That's all I could steer.
Okay, so the
Forward or backwards?
Hey, hold still, hold. Okay, so the piano is doing the dangling, right? And we got the horse, and the horse is here. Yes?
Yes.
So when the horse comes backwards, the piano will come down. But we need to pull the piano over so that when the horse comes down, the piano comes into the
So maybe the
landing.
horse goes backwards just a little bit so you can pull very slowly.
I just need at least one more person to help me with the pulling up here,
Okay.
and then the horse goes
got
backwards, and
it.
we are done.
Lucian, you make your way up to the landing just in time to see Spicy Boy. His breath seeming to get fainter. Would you,
That doesn't look good. I'll walk over and let's try to tend to him.
Great, make me a check, a medicine check on him at disadvantage.
Okay.
You still have some lingering effects.
Disadvantage is a dirty 20.
A dirty 20 is disadvantage?
Pretty good at medicine. Pretty good at medicine.
I got a 22 before.
It's the only thing that's consistently works is Lucian's
Yeah.
medicine. The one thing.
It's the reason why we're still alive.
It's fair. So yeah, you are, roll me a d4.
4.
Nice.
Okay.
You're going to have to watch that hand. You're probably not going to be able to shuffle anything for a little bit.
He can't hear you, he's unconscious. But that's fine, because you're high, so.
Yeah.
Can you guys just finish these
So
already?
you believe he hears you, yes.
Yep.
Bedside manner sucks.
True.
Do I see what he's doing? Do
Yes, you totally see what he's doing.
Lucian!
you want to use the wrench to pull that in?
Yes.
That is not how wrenches work.
Yeah, you go like this.
Sure, yeah. I get his help to see if together we can get it over the landing.
try to
I'm
help
just
him
trying to
split
get
it.
it over the landing so the horse
We're
can...
gonna go back up very slowly.
Not
Ve-
yet.
Back very slowly.
No, not
Super
yet.
slowly.
So go ahead and you guys make me, do you want to both roll or do you want to roll, does one of you want to roll advantage?
I'll let you roll advantage.
No, you can.
Okay, all right, I'll do it. Okay.
Because I'm just helping.
Right, you're 1 foot into the next world, yes.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you would be a disadvantage, wouldn't you?
I'm missing something.
Yeah.
That's a 3.
With advantage?
Advantage?
It was a 3 and a 1.
What's
So
your
the
le-
advantage kept you from full out failing.
Yeah, right.
also
It was like we
So
didn't know.
as the horse starts to make the backup again, you hear the clang, and now it is sitting with 2 legs on one side and 2 legs on the other, and it starts to tip.
Wait, don't move. Just go a little forward.
Velocity, give me like a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage.
Dex at disadvantage?
I'm sure it'll be a dirty 20.
No, it's a natural 20 for the first one. And it's only a dirty 20 for the second.
You're just gonna like Peter Pan out on the ropes this thing and like keep swinging back over.
He's a dream lily savant.
I want everybody to know, like he's using like probably. Actually, I think those might be like given to you by Gary himself. Those are the old.
This
the
I
old
won
light
from
box.
Gary. I won this from Gary when I won a.
So you were literally rolling with the ghost of Gary Gygax right now.
It's
He's like, I don't even believe in disadvantage.
Okay, go forward. Just 2 steps.
So you're able to run over to it fast enough to keep it from teetering over the edge and rolling back, and you use your wrench and you finally like get the little hole on the thing in there.
2 steps forward, and that's it.
Takes 2 steps forward,
Two
lifts
steps
it just
forward?
back
No,
up over the thing.
I'll fall if I take 2 steps
No,
forward.
the horse stays.
give it the shot, Lucian.
So Harmatio, would you like to give it another shot at advantage?
Oh, please, Lord, yes.
Okay, same time. 2 steps back.
This
2
time a
steps back.
14. 14.
14 is enough for you to pull it over the edge.
Oh
set it
my
down.
God.
Just as the horse goes,
You are a noble beast.
Okay.
Do you have that?
You can take it off now.
Yes, we unhook the piano.
you unhook the piano, you start to do the whole thing.
I'm tired. I'll go home.
Well, we
You
still
just
get-
go home.
We've got to get the piano in the house. It is not inside the room yet. Yes.
Oh, that's not my responsibility.
Spicy Boy wakes up in time to see that his job has been completed for him.
You know what? You know what, Felix, my friend? I think with your 2 brushes with death, perhaps we will pay your rent with the money from this
I
job.
agree.
Hey, I helped.
You're downstairs. You actually already went.
After.
You already went to your apartment.
Because I'm tired.
So then you guys get it down. You take the whole thing. You start to push it towards the door, and then you look at the door.
It's not going to fit.
And that's where we're gonna end for tonight's episode of Inkwell Society. Thank you, everybody. B. Dave Walters, Kyle Vogt, Satine Phoenix, and last but not least, Kai Norman. This makes up 4 out of 6, and I am Rudy Rutenberg, your dungeon master for this. I hesitate.
It's comedy now. It's
Like it's an arcana or a comedic noir. Like it just all the misery and
It's all
pain
the
and just
comedy
the
and
funny.
tragedy
Yeah,
and all
that's
that.
It
the
is
comedy.
it's comedy and tragedy. This is a Greek play now. Thank you
Tragedy
very
plus
much
time.
for showing up to hang out with us in Sharn and on Inkwell Society. We are
The Keystone characters
the Keystone characters.
from Keystone Cops.
Oh, yes, got it. We are the core of Maze Arcana, and you can find us most Wednesdays. We'll be starting up again here soon. Most Wednesdays at 7 p.m. It's where you can watch some new adventures of Inkwell Society, and they will actually have had their first level by then.
Oh, thank God.
Oh man, I would have killed for mending today. To be like, no, boop, done.
I
There's
would-
so many
Yeah.
spells
I
that
would've-
we both have.
So many things. Like
I would have killed for Tinser's floating disc.
And you can also catch some of our other shows like Arcana High and Theogony of Kairos on our channel. Plus, we have some other really fun stuff going on with Dungeons and Dragons specifically.
Sirens.
Sirens of the Realms, all of those really fun shows. That one that's not on our channel at the moment.
Hey, man, I'm the dungeon master.
We have our
Yes, you are a Dungeon Master.
we have our Theogony of Kairos live show in this very room at 10 o'clock tomorrow. Actually,
go.
So,
After the 7
After-
p.m. sirens.
4 p.m.
4 p.m.
4
Sirens.
p.m. sirens.
Oh,
It's okay. We'll tell them.
Yeah.
We'll tell them that you
We'll let you
overslept.
oh man.
Whoops.
Yeah. No, we have some very handy people that will make sure that we get here
Today
on
was
time.
7, tomorrow's 4.
Yep,
And
yep.
10.
All right,
Yep.
so I hope everybody out there in the official Gen Con stream had a really good time tonight, and we will see you a little bit later. I believe we're about to throw it over to Critical Role, so lock in for some more Dungeons and Dragons, and we'll have a wonderful weekend with you again. This is Maze Arcana. I am Ruty Rutenberg, your Dungeon Master, and we will see you next time.
Bye.